Hello, hello. What is going on? It is me, Jay Renard, and we are here with another of my favorite days, Unboxing Day. Let's get to it. So, as some of you all know, I am a huge book nerd. Just one of the biggest. And towards the back end of last year, I came across this post from this author, or rather about this author. His wife posted it. It was the reveal for his book cover. It was his first ever published book. He had been writing for 10 plus years. And like a lot of authors, or rather hopeful authors, he was getting rejection letter after rejection letter after rejection letter. Which, from what they tell me, is a part of the game anyway. Let me make sure there's no personal information there. Okay. And he was working with his agent, got some interest from a publisher, and everything worked out. And he got his book optioned, came out with a publication date and everything, and they approved the artwork. And he said that he wanted to show his students. He wanted to do a reveal then. And the publishing company said, well, if you do that, then you'll have to do the reveal, or rather, they're willing to do that, but it will have to be a reveal for him too. So he didn't see the album cover, or the album, the book artwork cover, until that very same moment that his students saw it. And you could just see in his face the happiness and the relief and the joy and the gratitude, and so much was going on. Truthfully, I don't know what singular emotion you could call that. But you could tell that the primary emotion he felt was gratitude. He was grateful for everything that he went through, even the not so good stuff. Grateful for the opportunity, grateful for the success, and grateful to be sharing that with his students. He teaches, I believe, 6th grade. And also, apparently, the publisher still had a few finishing touches for the artwork. So what he saw, what they showed him, was about 99% of what it was. So followed him on Instagram, had to see what was up with this guy, check out his synopsis of the book, or rather his take on the book, and then reading a lot of the articles about it. And I just thought, I got to get it. So as soon as it was available for pre-order, I went and got it. And holiday shipping being what it was, I actually received it after it was released. I was hoping I could get it the day of or the day before. And here it is. Oh, I love that already. All right, let me make sure. All right, so here it is. The name of the book is Sky's End. Hopefully the focus is in. All right. And this particular series, the world is separated by these various floating islands. Everything below the islands are these toxic black clouds. They'll dissolve anything. So if you fall off one of the islands, your body's going to get dissolved in the cloud. Everything above that is sky and things that are floating. The larger islands have various different cultures, but they're all ultimately one kingdom. And there's a lot of various animals out there, but the biggest one, the most dangerous one, but also the one that yields a lot of the resources, are these gargantons. And they have actual steel skin with flesh underneath and organs on the inside. And they range in everything from about 100 feet to over 600 feet long. And due to some shenanigans, putting it mildly, on the part of the main character Conrad's uncle, he and his mom end up on the outs. And things go very, very sideways for him for a lot of years before his next opportunity comes to rise up in this world. The biggest thing about this thing is rising through meritocracy and also combat. And his only real opportunity that he has to him is to rise via selection into one of the many crafts. He gets selected by Hunter, and they hunt these things and other animals, for that matter, large, dangerous, menacing animals. And this first book is him going through all of that. I'm not done fully with it yet. I went and got it on audiobook because I knew this here couldn't be read. Primarily because I bought the signed version. This is a signed first edition. There we go, right there. Love that. Rise. To Jamal, aka Hot Chocolate. That's how we roll. Although I do gotta say, come on, man, you misspelled the chocolate there. There's no C. There's just a K. It's all good though. And he's also really interactive with his fans on social media. I've tapped into a couple of lives, and he's very willing to go back and forth, engage with the comments, so that's good. And there he is, the guy right there, author Marc Gregson, if you didn't see his name when I first showed the book there. And the illustrator for the cover is Amir Zand, or Zand, not sure how you say it, but look at this thing. This is an amazing cover. And this is the thing that Mr. Gregson had put out on his social media. The book is the same. So instead of a standard book with a jacket over it, you have this fully printed jacket, fully printed hardcover. So well done to the publisher, Peachtree. All right. So one of the many trades is law. There's 12 of them. Hunter is one, order is one, recycling. There's a ton. Oh, snap. Oh. What? You have what it takes to rise to the top. See? All right. I'm digging the extras. However, if you're going to include some stuff, don't fold it in. Come on now. Stack it on top. Gotta love this. A nice little thank you letter from the author. And you've got the symbols of the trades along the top here, actually along the whole border. So good stuff there. Let me see if there's anything else. Yes, there is. Yes. Yes. Nice little, let me take this out so there's no glare. The Sky's End pin. Not sure what I'm gonna put this on. I don't want to just set it on the desk somewhere. I'd rather pin it into something that'll stay steady, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So, I'm going to try to do this without cracking the spine or anything. But see, the paper feels good. I've bought a few books that were first editions, and they you could tell that the folks who just made the decision on the bindings, they were feeling themselves a little bit. They had intentionally left the edges of the pages a bit rough to make the physical book, resemble how books were in the story. Truthfully, only a few choice fans are gonna point out something like that. Ultimately, they kind of made the decision that was going to be harder on the manufacturer to make. It's actually harder to make uneven pages for bound books, because the process for cutting the pages is very simple, or very standardized. So to have uneven, jagged type pages is a greater effort. And so while I and a few other, I guess, more involved fans appreciated that little touch, ultimately it fell flat with most readers. Oh my goodness. What? For anybody who has not bought this, please buy it, if only to get this crazy bookmark. The texture on this feels like, it's like a velvet almost. Like, I don't know how to describe this. It feels like it's more than just standard cardstock. There's a texture, almost a roughness to it. I guess it would be roughness compared to smooth paper, but this feels like a velvet, or maybe a really, really finely napped suede. This just feels good. I'm gonna put this in here because that's where it came from, but make no mistakes, that's gonna go into the other book that I'm currently in the middle of reading. Out of respect to other authors, to the current author, I'm not going to mention other authors in the name. That's kind of mean. And this is going to earn some real estate on the back of my laptop. It's a nice little hodgepodge of a bunch of things, so it'll fit right in. Very much appreciate the book and the quality, and I'm pushing halfway on the audiobook. Oh, I'm sorry to do this, but I have to. Please inform the narrator for future books. He is pronouncing a few things incorrectly. Now, this has nothing to do with the writing. Not at all. And there's no knock on the narrator, because unless the narrator was in the Navy, or to a different extent the Marine Corps, or they were a merchant marine or something like that, they're not going to know. So the front end of the ship is the bow, obviously. The aft end of the ship is the stern. And the left side is port. The right side is starboard, not starboard. It's just pronounced starboard. So yes, forward or fore. Sometimes, depending on which Navy that you go to, refer to it as the forecastle or the forecastle. Just a thing for next time. But the right side is pronounced starboard, not starboard. It sounds almost like what a rookie would say, and once these guys are on board ships, they would know how to pronounce that properly. So for whoever's doing the directing and the producing of the next audiobook. Forward or fore, stern, aft, and you hear them both pretty well, but they are interchangeable, so it doesn't matter who's saying what. Left port, that's great. Right starboard, not starboard. I know that's how it looks. Please, I understand. Sailors be sailoring with the pronunciation of these words, okay? But the right side is pronounced starboard. Every time I hear them say starboard, I cringe a bit, and it's killing me. And just in case people have forgotten, I spent 22 years in the Navy. I'm very aware of how that particular word is pronounced. It's pronounced starboard. So, Mr. Gregson, if you could please have the publisher make sure when they do the next audiobook, they're saying it right. All right, that's all. It's the only thing I have to say that's remotely close to a complaint. As it stands, I'm going through the book now. Try to listen to it a little bit every day. I don't want to binge it so that it's over quickly. I want to enjoy it. I also want to make sure that I'm taking in the details and whatnot. It's really, really good. Marc Gregson is doing a great job of building a scene without drowning you in words. I've only seen that from a few other authors where things are happening quickly and you're not lacking for what's happening in the scene, but they aren't giving you a whole page worth of detail for something that takes, that would have taken in real time approximately like 12 seconds. He's building it quickly, but in an abundant way. Just really, really good stuff there. Rock solid there so far, Mr. Gregson. I'm digging it. All right, I've waffled on. Thank you very much for your time and attention. I'm Jay Renard, and I'm out. Oh, side note, if I like it a lot, I will be doing some sort of Sky's End project. I don't know how to bind books, so I don't think I'll be doing that, but something, if I'm really, really liking the book, like I'm digging it so far. All right, that's all I got. Peace.